So this is how disaster strikes. Not with a whistle, not with a medical timeout, but with silence, deafening silence. The kind that hangs in the air at Gainbridge Fieldhouse, where Caitlin Clark's face is plastered across banners, murals, and LED screens, yet she won't be on the court. She won't be playing in the WNBA All-Star Game. She won't be lighting up the three-point contest. Star who helped turn this weekend into must-see television is now sidelined with a groin injury, and let's be clear, this isn't just a missed game. It's a crisis. 5-alarm fire for the WNBA and NBA Commissioner Adam Silver just rang the alarm bell loud enough to shake the foundation of the league. Clark aggravated her right groin during the final minutes of a win over the Connecticut Sun. Just like that, All-Star Weekend lost its main event. It's more than a disappointment. It's a seismic hit to a league already walking a tightrope. There are labor tensions bubbling, record high expectations for viewership, and a fragile relationship with a rapidly growing fan base. Caitlin Clark is the reason attendance is surging. It's the reason casual fans are tuning in. It's the reason cities are suddenly lining up to bid for expansion teams. And now, on the weekend designed to celebrate everything good about the league, she be sitting outright in her home state. Silver isn't staying quiet. He's already gone on record saying he wants Clark to be treated fairly and appropriately. In commissioner speak, that's not a gentle suggestion, that's a warning. That's the NBA's top executive openly questioning the WNBA's handling of its most valuable player. And this isn't a first. Clark has already missed games this season with a quad injury. It's a groin. 2 lower body injuries within months, a pattern that never showed up in her college career, where she was almost unbreakable. At Iowa, she didn't miss games. She was as reliable as sunrise. Now, under the WNBA's watch, she's suddenly breaking down. That's not just bad luck. That's bad management. The league hasn't adjusted to the increased intensity and physicality that comes with higher stakes and spotlight. And officiating, it's not just inconsistent, it's dangerous. Clark has been hacked, tripped, shoved, and slammed since day one. Most of it doesn't get called. Everyone sees it. The fans, the players, even the broadcasters. Rebecca Lobo, a Hall of Famer, broke down a possession on live television where 4 fouls were missed. 4. When legends are calling out officiating failures in real time, what does that say about those holding the whistle? The issue runs deeper. WNBA referees aren't full-time. They're paid per game, many balancing duties with NCAA games, bouncing between leagues and priorities. There's no uniformity, no continuity, no accountability. When your refs are part-time, injuries aren't just likely, they're inevitable. Caitlin Clark is paying the price. And the league is gambling with her health, with millions in revenue on the line. Someone needed to say something. As Adam Silver just did. But where is WNBA Commissioner Cathy Engelbert in all of this? Critics say she's been quiet. When asked about Clark, she pivots, mentions other players, avoids direct praise or concern. Veteran journalist Christine Brennan has pointed out that Engelbert seems afraid to say Clark's name without immediately balancing it out. That's not leadership. That's fear. Fear of appearing biased in a league still obsessed with parity at the expense of progress. But the truth is, Caitlin Clark isn't just another rookie. She's the rookie. The one who moves the needle. The one changing everything. Treating her like any other player isn't fairness, it's failure. And the numbers don't lie. When Clark plays, ratings surge. In the games leading up to her injury, broadcasts averaged nearly 2 million viewers. Since she's been out, those numbers have cratered. The WNBA built its biggest weekend of the year around her. Now she's out, and so is the momentum. This isn't just a groin strain, it's a red flag. And it's waving right in the face of the people meant to protect the league's future. Injury, just 847,000 viewers. That's a 53% drop from previous WNBA games. This isn't a fluke. This is cause and effect. ESPN has reported a 170% increase in WNBA viewership year over year, with nearly every game featuring Caitlin Clark drawing. Over 1 million viewers, she's not just part of the audience growth, she is the audience growth. And letting her get hurt because officials refused to control the game? That's malpractice. The night she re-injured her groin was a circus. 5 technical fouls, 3 ejections, 2 flagrants. It felt more like an underground fight club than a professional basketball game. Officials had no command of the situation. Clark was once again in the center of the chaos, negated, battered, and left limping. Take Marina Mabrey's shove after a dead ball. Initially, it was just ruled a technical. Only after a wave of public outrage did the league upgrade it to a flagrant 2. That's not leadership, that's damage control. Reactive officiating like this isn't just incompetent, it's dangerous. And now it's endangering the league's most valuable player. Even Clark's own coach, Stephanie White, has reached her breaking point. After the Connecticut game, she didn't mince words. Everybody's getting better, except the refs. That's not just frustration. That's a head coach going scorched earth in front of a national audience, watching her star get knocked around with no whistle in sight. And she's not alone. Coaches across the league have voiced concerns about inconsistent officiating. Calls made in the first quarter disappear in the fourth. What's a foul on one end is ignored on the other. That's not basketball, it's chaos in a jersey. Kelsey Plum summed it up perfectly after being repeatedly hacked. I get fouled like that on every possession. Just don't call anything. This isn't a Caitlin Clark problem. It's a league-wide officiating crisis. But Clark's injury has brought that crisis into the spotlight. Now the NBA is paying attention. So are networks. So are sponsors. So are fans who were ready to embrace a WNBA renaissance. The real heartbreak lies in what this weekend was supposed to be. Clark returning to Indianapolis for All-Star Weekend. Her face on buildings, her image in ads, the entire city wrapped around her presence. It was supposed to be her moment. Instead, she'll be in street clothes, coaching from the sidelines, trying to smile through disappointment, and as she said in her statement, she'll do her part and help coach Team WNBA. But let's not pretend that's why fans bought tickets. That's not what sponsors signed up for. This weekend was marketed as her show. Now, it's a cautionary tale of what happens when you don't protect your stars, and it comes at the worst possible time. The league is in the middle of CBA negotiations, with the current deal expiring at the end of October. Players are already preparing for a potential lockout. All-Star Weekend should have been a celebration. Instead, it's become a battleground, a perfect storm of poor infrastructure, inconsistent leadership, reckless officiating, and a system that sacrifices stars for some illusion of balance. If the WNBA can't protect its biggest draw, then what are players really negotiating for? The consequences go beyond the league's borders. International teams pay more, offer better medical support, a lighter schedule, more recovery time, and arguably more respect. If the WNBA keeps heading down this path, it risks losing its best players to overseas leagues players who don't just want more money, but want to feel safe, valued, and seen. That's the real threat. Not just to ratings or brand deals, but to the future of the league itself. An exodus of elite talent is no longer theoretical. And if the brightest star has already been sidelined under your watch, who could blame the next one for walking away? What's most frustrating is how avoidable this all was. It's a league office that actually prioritized player safety. Officials who were full-time, well-trained, and held accountable. A commissioner who leaned into Clark's star power instead of pretending it had to be equally distributed. Any one of those things could have changed this outcome. Instead, here, we are Clark out, the league scrambling, and the people in charge calling it bad luck. But Adam Silver's patience seems to be thinning. The NBA helped build this league. It promoted it. It invested in it. Now it may be forced to step. And not as a partner, but as a lifeline.